Hello everyone. Welcome back to this Mechanical Engineer podcast. Guys, I'm really sorry. It took me around a month to get back to you with the next episode. So, today we had a very special guest, Mrs. Teresa, with us. She is the mechanical engineer, she is the trainer, she is the founder, she is doing lots of stuff in her career. So, let's listen about her words, like from where she is and what she doing. So, hello, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming on to this podcast and joining us and giving us some time. So, can you please give a small introduction about yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Sirisha Shashikant, and I'm a postgraduate in production engineering after completing my BTech in mechanical engineering. And I passed out long back in 2003. And after that, actually, I worked in for 3 years in the CAD/CAM field. And mechanical engineer was, of course, a choice that I've taken up for doing my engineering. So after that, actually, I got a long gap in my career because of motherhood and all. I wanted to take that gap. And after almost 11 years, I again got back to mechanical field. I learned Fusion 360, and now I'm doing freelance work in Fusion 360 as a product designer. And also have recently trying to make a product design into a real product.
Okay, that's very nice, ma'am. Means you said that you took a gap into the industry for a few years. So, was it difficult to again start the career, or it was easy for you since you already had some earlier experience, past experience?
Yeah, actually, so I always wanted to work from home, but it wasn't possible because in those days when I left the job in 2007, there were no CAD courses which were online where we could get
Yeah.
online jobs in CAD. And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom for some years at least. So I took on to web designing. So I was doing website projects and all. But of course, because mechanical engineering was my passion, I wanted to come back. And then I came to know in 2018 also that there's a software like Fusion 360, which was a cloud-based software. You can download it for free, and for 1 year you can just try. Because at that time, I have observed that many people are right now doing product design online work also, like Udemy courses and all are possible. It's possible to have a career online even though you're a mechanical engineer. But back in those days when I had left the job, it was very rare, and also all the product design things and all were very confidential. So they would not allow anybody, to work remotely on those things. So, but later when I learned that, you can get small projects, many people are interested in doing this, then I resumed to, I wanted to do this. So I prepared some courses and all on Fusion 360 after learning. If you see, yes, I could easily recollect CAD part because the fundamentals were the same, right? For any software. Previously, I was working in Pro-E, CATIA, and Inventor. So now when I learned Fusion 360, it was okay. Within 1 to 2 months, I could get hands-on onto that.
Okay. That's great. So yeah, actually, when I was also graduating in 2013, in that time the situation was like there was nothing so much popular about design engineers. We were mostly like we are also at that point of time we are thinking that we'll go into good factories or manufacturing industry and will work there. So since we are like mechanical people and we were trained like those thinking only, like if you are a mechanical you had to work in industries only. There were no such trend about design engineering and CAD stuff, and these are all started after 2015 I believe. So these things became more popular, like people have started shifting to CAD design and all those stuff, and also the demands for the designer has increased so much because the things became digital after that era. So that was the case. So it was very good to listen like how you shifted your career and how you started your career. So that's really good, ma'am. So when you had graduated from your college, did you get any placement from there or something?
No, I was in place through college. Though there were placements, I couldn't get a job through college. But after that, after coming back, after 3 months or so after my college, I got a job in CAD field as a tech support for a company which called Trisha Technologies. where they were actually selling resellers of software, CAD software. So I was a technical support for them. Like when they would sell their software, I had to go and train them on that.
So
software.
what was the job responsibilities there, like as a tech support? What you had to do, like as you do you have to work as an application engineer, or
yes,
you just
exactly.
need to sell
that was the title. That was the title actually. It was an application engineer. So whenever somebody purchases the software, we would go there and train them on how they can work, and if they have any doubts during their work also, they'll come back to us and we will assist them, or if we cannot fix it, we will escalate the problem to the main company. And also we had to give demos so that they purchase. Like the sales team would get the lead, and then we would give demo on how the product works.
Okay, so basically you had to explain the case studies, like how this software will improve your workflow or process, and that way you can convince your clients to take your license, or if your client are having any issues, you used to sort out them, right?
Yes. Right. Yeah. And back then there was no YouTube also at that time, in 2003. So they had to rely on directly people because they will not be knowing anything about this software until they see it. Now you have YouTube tutorials and all that. So, but their hands-on experience only they need. So.
Yeah, because at that time the community thing was not very much active, but these days the community thing is so much active. People are creating so much contents. They are sharing their problems solution on the internet, so it becomes really easy even for the small businesses. Yes, it has become more of open source right now, mechanical product design, when compared to those days. Definitely. Okay, so since you are a mechanical engineer and also working as a product designer, so how these two terms are different? Like how we can differentiate, like if someone wants to get into this product design role, what are the things he has to consider as a mechanical engineer at this stage? Okay, so mechanical and product design, I would say, is a part of mechanical engineering. After doing mechanical engineering, you can opt either to be on a shop floor, like managing different machinery and all, or you can go for manufacturing field if you are interested, or you can come to product design, or you can even go to academic side, like doing more research in mechanical engineering, automobile. I mean, there are huge opportunities in mechanical engineering. Whatever object that you're looking around, I believe it's something related to mechanical, whether it's furniture in your house, your laptop, your phone. How are they designed? We think that it's electronics, but the casing and all has to be mechanical. So manufacturing plays a very important role. And in the manufacturing, product design is important. So product design actually combines all these skills of sketching, and also you can specialize in one field. Like you can specialize in CAD field, suppose. So you have to learn CAD software, where you can conceptualize somebody's idea into a virtual model. Or if you have your own model, that also you can virtually show to others, show the renderings, and then take it to manufacturing if your product is good. So yeah, but in all my podcasts, I also used to say, like, mechanical engineering these days is just not just a mechanical engineering. I call it mechatronics engineering, because you had to have knowledge of little bit of electronics as well these days, because the products are changing. Every mechanical devices are also have sensors and electronics in them. So we had to upgrade our thinking, learning, and the skills. So that is really very important. Yeah, I think even mechanical engineering at college also, if you see, we used to just joke that during our college days also, computer engineers will only study computers or a bit of electronics. But if it comes to mechanical engineering, in every year you are studying something interdisciplinary. We learn C language in 1 year, the other year we learn instrumentation, the other year electrical engineering, then we learn electronics. So many things we learn in engineering itself. Because finally, if a product has to come out in today's market, you have to have some knowledge about all of them, though you're not a master of them. So. Definitely. And also, since the computer science department, the branches or the IT departments they are little bit vulnerable to artificial intelligence heavily, but mechanical engineers are not in mechanical engineering, that is not a case. We are not so much vulnerable. Like we are vulnerable also, but at very less extent. So that is also a benefit for us, for the mechanical engineers especially. Okay, so that was very nice to hear your view on to this term, the difference between mechanical engineer and product designer, and how some, because these days I'm seeing lots of mechanical engineering engineers are starting their career in product design and the stuff like this, because the evaluation of rising of a startup has started. So because of that, they need lots of product designers into their pipeline. That's why they used to search for someone who has some basic knowledge of manufacturing also. So in that case, the mechanical engineers come into this role.
Yeah.
So that is really very good. And so our next question is like, I can see you are also an Autodesk Expert Elite member, right?
Yes.
So what is that exactly, and how we can get it?
Okay. So when I started working in Fusion 360, I came across this community of, there's a very good community of Fusion 360 community, which is actually at that time it was being undertaken by Mr. Varun Heta. So I was a part of that community after participating in some challenges and all. I had an Instagram page where I used to post the models that I've created during that time. So then slowly I started building upon Fusion 360, which is actually a product of Autodesk, if you know. So I started creating a lot of free content for Fusion 360 community, like YouTube videos, tutorials, and all some other. Also, I started participating in Autodesk events, were giving webinars, etc. So during that time, actually, Varun Heta has asked me to apply for this Autodesk Expert Elite membership. So what this membership is it's like a recognition that you're contributing to the Autodesk community of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so at that time I applied, and I'm fortunate to get that membership. And it has very good perks where you can be a part of the insider. You can know the product updates and all. Though currently, honestly, I'm not very active on that right now. But it gave me good recognition that, because I work from home, not many people will know about me. But the tag of Autodesk Expert Elite member gives one good traction to your career.
Okay. Okay, so basically, if you are an Autodesk Expert Elite, you will get early access to their latest updates and the products, right?
Yeah, little early to Insider. It's called Autodesk Insider membership. You will get where 15 days before they will ask you your view about how their products are and all. Not necessarily always. You don't need to be both of them. You can be one of the Insider or the Expert Elite. But you'll get a direct communication from Autodesk regarding how their products are, what are the new releases. And also you have to be very active on forums. I didn't actually reach there through forums, but there are people who have reached to other community members through their forums, like answering their queries. Autodesk, licensed people's queries, they answer on forums. And that's how also they can get Autodesk Expert Elite membership. But I've done it other social activities, not on forums. I wasn't active much on forums.
Okay. I think the same thing I'm also doing. Like I'm also doing lots of free webinars related to Fusion 360 and creating contents.
Yes.
But since I'm not applying for this program because I'm not doing this on my personal profile, I'm basically doing all these things under my brand called Vidas. So that is why I'm not applying for this program. Anyway, if any one of you as a student or any new fresher wants to apply for this program and want to contribute towards the community, this is a very good opportunity for you guys. Like you can add this term onto your resume or on your social media handles or your digital profile. It is going to help you a lot into your career. Okay, so that was very helpful. Your suggestions were very helpful for our audience, ma'am. So now let's move on to our next question. Like from the beginning of this podcast, you are talking about Fusion 360. So why you had decided to adopt Fusion 360 instead of any other CAD software? What was the reason, primary reason?
Okay. The first reason, as I said, I'd taken a long career break, right? Almost after 11 years, I was trying to get back. And then I came across the software, fortunate enough to, I would say that I came across the software which could be downloaded. So unlike other CAD softwares where I previously worked, this is, I could download, and for 1 year, I could use it for free and see. So that's how, to be honest, it's only because it was free that I could start using it. So I think that's why I have actually used it. But once I started using it, I really like the software for its intuitive tools and all. And also one software, if you're learning, you're able to get to different modules. Like the same software has, you can go for 3D printing easily. The same hobbyists, because the tools are like ready for the hobbyists also. You don't need to have in-depth knowledge about any particular subject. So there is a drawing module, there is a analysis module, so sheet metal module, so many modules in the same package.
Yeah, we call it workspaces.
I really like. Sorry?
Yeah. We call it workspaces.
Workspaces, yeah. So so many things are there in the same software. So if I would really recommend the software, not that I'm an Autodesk Expert Elite member, but I would strongly recommend students to learn this software to start with. But there are some apprehensions that which is in demand. You try to learn the software which is in demand for your growth. But if you learn this software, any other software you can learn easily, because it's easy to start. And there are different modules. So if you're learning here simulation, later you can get on to CFD softwares or any specific other softwares. If you're learning manufacturing here, you can again go get back to any other CAM softwares later to specialize in that field.
So this is what I told to my students or the viewers, like Fusion 360 is easy to get started, and the very important thing is like you don't need a very advanced setup to run this software. You can just run it on your simple laptop or PC. That is one of the thing. And also the best thing is it's free for 1 year for every student who wants to get access to this Fusion 360 software with full features. There is nothing like a student version have less features than the commercial one. You will get a full feature activated for 1 year for you. So guys, try out this software, and there are lots of people who are teaching this software. Even you can, I will give the link of the YouTube channel for of the Srita ma'am in the video description. You can check it out from over here, from there. And also she is doing teaching Fusion 360 from a very long time. Her tutorials are in English and Hindi, both languages, I guess, right ma'am?
Yes. Initially, so I started with Hindi because there were enough English tutorials. But then later on, they were in both, mostly English later. But first of all, I started a series in Hindi because I felt there are enough things in English. But later, of course, the software is very easy to learn. So whatever language you're comfortable, you can take up in. So please guys do check out that YouTube channel. That is going to help you a lot in learning Fusion 360, getting started into this software. And once you had the concept of the CAD, you can migrate it to any industry level software very easily. So it's not about like once you will start this software, you will get stuck into the industry. It's nothing like that. Just get the concept, get your process, learn the process, how to design a product, how to design something for 3D printing or for any manufacturing process, and then you can migrate it to any other softwares like NX, CATIA or SolidWorks. It's completely your choice or the preference, the industry that you are giving to. Okay, ma'am. So I can see that you are also into CGI. So is there anything to do with mechanical engineering with this term? Like what is CGI exactly? CGI Simulations is a company where I worked later. After 2018 till pandemic, I was working in as a freelancer and as a Fusion 360 online trainer. But after that, actually, I went into a full-time job for 20 months. So that job, yes, we were doing some courses, and also it was basically for Faro machine we have, where we can do 3D scanning. So that was my job there. we had 3D scanning, that is reverse engineering software related to Autodesk. Also we had like Power Inspect and PowerShape, where we could reverse engineer our products that were 3D scanned. So that is also a mechanical engineering job, but I've taken a break from that also. Currently, again, I'm back to freelance.
Okay. So what I can understand that is you were in a job where you can 3D scan any object using 3D scanner.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, in this process, you can scan any physical object using a 3D scanner, and you can create a digital prototype from that. You can scan the file, you will get a mesh file that will have lots of mesh data, and you can just take that file and you can use that file either for the reverse engineering or also for the prototyping. So that is called 3D scanning, I guess, right, ma'am?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so so that was really good. So now you are working on your startup only. So can you please explain me a little bit about your project or about your startup?
So recently only I've incorporated a company just last month. The idea is, since 4 years I've been working on a voluntary mode on a safety device for women. So I've been like looking for options on how how safety can be enhanced. And for example, if a woman is going alone, there are many. She's very, very vulnerable to being attacked. So the main thing that came into my mind is, it's easy if she has an alarm. Immediately she can press a buzzer, because when you panic, somebody is attacking, usually women panic and they cannot shout actually. If somebody is get holds of my bag and runs away, I can shout. But if somebody is attacking me, I cannot shout because I panic. That is usually thing. So if we have an alarm in our hand, immediately we can press for that alarm. So that is one feature. And then we should be able to communicate to the police or to the nearby people about our location so that they can reach us easily. So with this in my mind, I designed a prototype with the help of a YouTuber called Manish. He has a YouTube channel called CLG Projects. So I went onto that YouTube channel and I saw that he was making electronic products. So I requested him to, to make this device with the set configuration. It should have an alarm and 5 contacts. We should be able to send a message, and all those 5 contacts can keep a track of this device, even if they are not responding with the person. So after seeing many incidents outside, like Nirbhaya incident or Disha incident, then I felt that this device can save many more. So, and now that, because it's completely electronics, I was not taking this initiative to taking it forward. I was just requesting others to, take it forward. Can you just make a device like this and all? And also I've approached the police force also in Telangana, if they can give an emergency number to be fed in this. See, what happens is, if there is an emergency number, the woman who is in trouble can just press that button. Immediately her location will go to the police station. Because she doesn't have time to ring, dial 100 and speak to them. So immediately when she presses the button as an SOS, the data will go to the police, and the nearest patrolling team can easily approach her. So with that idea, I went to them, but currently, because it's still a prototype, I did not get any assistance. Once probably I turn it into a real market product, probably I'm expecting some help from them, so that we all feel safe. So with that idea, I've taken, because I call myself a product designer, but it's only till now I have done only virtual product designs. But I'm now looking for taking this idea to the market as a product in the market, taking care of other things like manufacturing.
Maybe because sometimes it's not possible to complete any project or make it MVP just by yourself. Maybe you have to take some help from other designers or some other people as well who are specializing in some other skill. So that's completely fine. So what are the important learnings that you want to share from your as a founder's journey? so far, like whatever you had experienced?
Learnings, I would say that be consistent in whatever you're doing. Like in mechanical engineering especially, it's good to transform to wherever you're going. Like today you're doing one thing and tomorrow if something else, you get a job in that, it's okay, you can divert. But if you be a master in something, that is very like it gives you a good recognition. Like if you are into product design, if you're getting a job in manufacturing, it's fine, you can shift, because that is also mechanical engineering. But do not try to learn too many softwares. Just be a jack of all, but master in one. Just be a master and be consistent. Consistency is very important. You have to go on doing that. Of course, you have to follow the trend. I'm not saying that just be passionate and keep doing what you're doing even without seeing the prospects. Though there will be prospects, so once you see that those prospects, master that one skill to a very good level. And also fundamentals are very important. Fundamentals in the sense, what you learn in the first year of engineering is very, very important. Whether you are doing a design work like, trusses, you're calculating cantilever beam. I don't really remember that right now because I'm not working in that field. But when it comes to drawing, yes, I'm using this even now. Like what is top view, what is the, first angle projection, what are the tolerances, GD&T. Be very sure of all those fundamentals, because they will help you in, not only in interviews, but also in your job later. So I would really suggest that, people are strong in fundamentals, and then you take up one stream and try to master that. Just have the knowledge of all, but
yeah. So that is I also recommending, like if you have your basics strong, then it's not about like you're going to use all those terms into your job, but where it make difference is like when you had your basics strong, if you want to develop a new skill, it becomes very easy for you. You can learn any new skills very quickly if you have your basics strong. So at that point, it is going to help you. Okay, so let's move on to our next question. That is like 5 resources or 5 things that you want to suggest to our viewers, to our audience, like that will help them to grow professionally as a mechanical engineer. Just suggest us 5 resources.
Well, first resource I would say is ND Bhatt, that we have learned for engineering drawing. ND Bhatt, that's a very good resource. Okay, and also next GD&T, try to master. I can't say a resource, but there are good websites on GD&T and good channels.
So, I know a person on Udemy. He has very good tutorials on GD&T. His name is Mufaddal Rashid, I believe.
Yes. Even
so
I've seen
guys,
it.
If you want to take learn this or get started into GD&T skill, you can check out his courses. Even we are not a sponsored, but his courses are really amazing. That's why I'm recommending. So okay, ma'am, what's next?
So these are the resources I would say, and then I don't know, because I'm not, I won't say that I have learned many things, but it's the inspiration. Just look for inspiration around you. Start observing, because in a mechanical engineering field, I feel like it is very, for me, design is synonymous with invention. Invention and design are same for me. So it's design can have different meanings. For some, it might be creativity if you're going for graphic design. But for me, design and invention are synonymous. So look for inspiration like everywhere, and just see if you're exploring, see how that product might have been designed. Like you can, if you're looking around, why are the corners rounded? That's a simple thing. Why are the corners rounded? So in your design, you again put the same thing while you're designing. So look for inspiration everywhere around you for finding the products, and try to solve some problem. You can definitely solve at least one problem that you see around, and as a mechanical engineer, you can solve that problem. That's what I mean to say. So you might be seeing some, in the kitchen, if you go, you might be seeing some knife that is not of correct shape. You might get an idea why is it working like this? It should be working like that. So this, I personally, I would say that I'm not a very avid reader, so I can't recommend any books or anything. But daily inspiration is what keeps me enthusiastic about mechanical engineering, and breaking apart things is where my favorite job as a child. To break apart everything and see whether I can put it back or not, it's another thing. But that's my favorite. That was my favorite job, and even now, if you have a pen, when you're designing a pen, just see how the refill is, how it is, and try to explore. Today we have Google, we have ChatGPT. Try to explore how they have been actually conceptualized in the
Yes.
minds of those inventors. So I keep posting this content on my LinkedIn profile also, because that makes me more innovative also. That inspiration I take from
Yes.
others. So I hope you all also get inspired with this product design everywhere.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, what I will do, guys, what you can do if you want inspiration or if you want to spark your curiosity, then you can find a good mentor. You can follow good people on your social media handles like LinkedIn. Even for the profile for the Srita ma'am, I will give into the video description. You can check out her profile about her work. And also, there is a very good platform that I always recommend for the people who wants to explore ideas. It's called Pinterest, and you can just go and check out that platform. If you will search for any term, you will get different kind of ideas. So from there you can get an inspiration.
Yeah,
Instagram also.
is good. Yeah.
But in case of Instagram, what happens is like you will also get lots of things that will distract you. But on Pinterest, you will search anything, you will get similar ideas only. And also, when I had started learning Fusion 360, my CAD, 3D CAD modeling skill, I also used to take objects around me. Like when I started learning Fusion 360, I took a egg boiler around me. I had just deassembled it. I had opened it, and then I started replicating it into the Fusion 360. I took a knife cutter, simple knife cutter that we used to see, that I had took, and I had just take it apart and started replicating it in Fusion 360. So that's, and I don't have very advanced tools at that moment, like vernier caliper, all those things. I used to take simple pictures of those stuff, parts and assemblies, and I used to take that into Fusion 360 and started replicating. So that way you can start reverse engineering your objects around you to improve your learning process, like how you can start thinking. Like once you will start designing the products just by reverse engineering it, you will be start seeing like what are the problems there, what you had to change, make a change over there to make that product more useful, more user friendly for your users. So that's the way you can try out. That's my suggestion. Otherwise, it's completely on to you. Okay, ma'am. So our next question is like this very common question, like what's your take on female participation in mechanical engineering domain? So what do you think? How it's improving or still the same?
Okay, so I have taken mechanical engineering by choice. It was my choice, and thanks to my father, who did not object for that. So he said, you do whatever you like, whichever discipline you want. And at college also, I did not face anything. Usually from the society, people think that it is different. Even to this day, they think that, okay, you got a seat in engineering, take mechanical, but later you can shift to some other field. But because I've taken it as a choice, even though I was getting a little other electrical engineering also in my college. Actually, I'm very afraid of electrical engineering. Those subjects and all are really tough to me. Even I'm struggling with my device also because I'm not very good at those subjects. But mechanical engineering was my choice, and I would really recommend anybody, women to take mechanical engineering, basically because when it comes to product design, I feel many women, not me, but many women are very creative. Yes. So when they come to mechanical engineering, they can create their own objects, and for industrial design and all, this will be very helpful. Even for the field also, it would be good if women are taking that. They have a wide variety of creativity you can see among the women. So instead of taking just arts or any other design, you should be opting for that. And when it comes to usually the idea of mechanical engineering, many people feel it's like mechanic. Even for men also, they feel they're mechanical engineer, computer engineers look like software white collar jobs, and mechanical engineers are not. That's usually the assumption that is made. But I think everybody is right now working on computers only. Most of us.
Yes.
So,
yes.
but of course, I'm not saying that manufacturing is not a good field. Manufacturing is also a good field. But it's the same for a man or a woman to do product design. So there's no complexity in if you want to take mechanical engineer and excel in this field. For women also, it is a good option. So if you are really looking to, take it as a career, yes, there are equal opportunities for men and women in this field.
Yes. Yes. Even I am seeing lots of women or girls are coming into industrial design because they had very good observing skills, and that is the most important skill in when it comes to designing anything or to inventing anything. Observation is the most important skill, and they are very good at it. So also these days the computers are everywhere. Human efforts are less needed at all places, even in manufacturing sector. So it's nothing like that. Once you will come into this sector, you will have a gray collar job or something like that. You can just easily do your work, daily job, even into the mechanical engineering industries, even for the women. So it's completely different now. The more I will ask more women and the girls to join into this industry, and just change the concept that we had so far. That's the only thing. Okay, so our last question, that simple question that I used to ask with our every guest that who are coming on to this podcast is, why mechanical engineering? Why not any other branches like computer science or other? Why mechanical engineering? Why it's so important to you?
Okay, if you're asking me, yes. Because this is more creative field where whatever I'm doing, right, I can touch.
Yes.
Like if I'm designing a pen, tomorrow it can become a product and I can touch it. If I'm doing manufacturing, 3D printing, I can touch that product, which gives me more excitement than writing a code for anything. I'm not saying that is not a good feel or anything, but for me, I feel if I can see or visualize things which are really around me, that gives me more satisfaction than writing a code which I cannot. Of course, that does the work today. Everybody is using, but for me, that was my priority from the beginning. Even though when there were no computers, actually, when we, to this level, not computers were not there, phones and all were not there when I had taken that. But even in that era, also for me, touching the things, feeling the things, opening up, breaking up, and how they are designed to see, because as I said, design is synonymous to invention for me, and that always excited me. So that's why I had taken mechanical engineering, and I want to continue my career in mechanical engineering. And also, if I can get my project, my new startup to life, that would be a great satisfaction to me for being in this product, because I've been designing the products online only till now, only virtual things for others or for myself. But bring a product to market would give me more satisfaction via the safety device, which actually works without a phone and Wi-Fi. That works. So that would give me a great satisfaction, and I would like to continue through this.
So our best wishes will always be there for you.
Thank you, Prashant, for this opportunity. Thank you so much for this opportunity to meet many other students and all. I hope you are continuing with this good work.
Yes, definitely, ma'am, definitely. I just want people like you to come on to this podcast and share your experience, so the next generation will get benefited for that. They just had to listen like how to start their career, how to go ahead. So that's why I'm inviting people from different industries. So thank you so much for joining this podcast, ma'am, and all the links of ma'am's YouTube videos and also her LinkedIn profile and anything that she wants to share with all of us, we will be able to get all those things into the video description. So subscribe to our channel, guys, and keep listening to us. We'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you.